Dude, you're literally gonna be watching this with the angriest face, be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, oh, okay, how did I get my name? Let's just say, okay, I've always played video games, and as soon as I got on Xbox 360, because that was just the best console at the time, I got a gamer tag, and my first ever game tag was not Chaos. It had nothing to do with Chaos, but as I started meeting new friends and stuff, I started going towards just making random shit names. And I kind of wanted something simple, so I went to Chaos, right? And I was in different clans with my friends. So at first, we had a season clan, me and my friends made, like not actually spelled season, it's C-Z-I-N, which looked fucking crazy, it looked amazing. But I was Snake Season at the time. I'm like, why do that when I could be like Chaos? Like seasonal Chaos, that's what it was supposed to be. But me and my friends, we always switched clan names and we went over to XFG, X Fusion Gaming. And XFG Chaos was my name for the longest time as just Chaos. And the reason why my name is Who's Chaos now is because we were like those GB clans. We used to play GBs and we used to like at least try and be good at video games, you know? I wasn't the best. I'm sure you guys already know that. So I had people on the other team always messaging me like, who the fuck are you? You fucking shit. Because let's say I was kind of mean on the mic in a way. I never cursed, but I was pretty mean. And I was just like, oh, you guys are gonna lose just talking shit pretty much. And people would always ask me, who the hell are you? Who the fuck are you? Who's Chaos, you know? Literally, who is Chaos? And then it just went over to Who's Chaos to make it more simple. How I got into YouTube, this goes back before, I think, Xbox. Me and my friends, we used to look at people who did YouTube videos, and the first videos I watched on YouTube were like music videos, like Michael Jackson dance videos, and then Niga Higa came out and started making a bunch of videos. I think he was one of the first big YouTubers, and I used to watch all his videos, and I learned Sony Vegas back then. I learned how to like try and teleport myself from one location to another. That was like my first cool effect in a video pretty much. So me and my friends, we wanted to make some sort of video together using those effects, and we did. But that ended up going from that to reviewing games. So we reviewed games. And it was pretty cool. I mean, we were young, we were in middle school, and let's just say cursing was a big thing. As we were growing up, we started cursing a lot, and my friend's mom, she did not like that at all. So he was not making videos with me anymore from that point. And this friend's name is Paul, by the way, my friend Paul. And he got in trouble. He didn't make videos with me anymore, and I made my own channel. After I made my own channel, I'd have to say I started watching speed art tutorials, like graphic design videos. And I used to look at different channels and see how to make cool graphic designs. And that's kind of what led me from that to like seeing Optic in their channels, because they always had amazing banners and stuff. And then FaZe, they came out and they had amazing graphics. And I'm like, these people make video game videos, not just speed arts and graphics and stuff like that. Because me and my friend Paul, we also made review videos, and then we also went over to commentary videos, like video game commentaries. That's how I got into YouTube in a whole. At the time, it wasn't slow because 300 subs was crazy, obviously. And I don't know, it was a weird time because I was in school, I was coming home and making videos and disobeying my parents. So yeah, at first it was slow with my friend. Then when I branched off solo, I kind of already knew how to do things, such as graphics, making intros, just making commentaries, because that was a big thing back then. So when I made my own channel, I got, I think, 500 subs from my current channel that I had prior to that. So my goal to beat was 250 subs, and I beat that goal really quick. I think it was like the first week. That was pretty quick back then. I can give you a nice little timeline of how this all kind of like became speed art videos to gaming videos. So let's get to it. I'd have to say Michael Jackson music videos, obviously. That's how I started watching YouTube. Then I started watching Nika Higa skit videos. I made my own skit videos. Then I got into gaming review videos. Bam, okay, we're there. From that, I got into commentating. So commentaries were like just such a big thing. There was like commentator showdowns and stuff, the best commentator. And it was so weird because the style back then was to make a video that kind of narrated well throughout the whole video. And if you can do a one-take video, that was amazing. So that was the thing. So from commentaries to doing commentaries with games, okay, obviously. Gaming commentaries to trolling. Trolling was right after commentaries, and I'd have to say TrolLark and Minnesota Burns helped me out a ton, because from that point on until I moved into the TK house, I've been doing COD-related videos, trolling-related videos, funny videos. So commentaries were dying off, they were not a thing. People loved funny videos, and that's what I got into. Minnesota Burns hit me up. I was pretty good friends with him, and that was around the time he made TrolLark Office, and that was a community channel for 5 select directors to be uploaded on that channel to get some subs. And I was one of the first ever directors. It's kind of like Phase 5, before Phase 5 was Phase 5. Yeah, it was kind of like that. From there, I remember this. Okay, so COD was a big thing, right? But then GTA 5 came out. And that's where it all kind of changed. I saw more growth towards GTA 5 than I did with COD back then. Because the game was so new at the time, we were able to do different things. You know, it's kind of like when YouTube first came out, the first people on YouTube started growing really big. When GTA 5 first came out, it was just like, hey, you're the first people to kind of like establish that ground of funny GTA 5 videos. Because, for example, Teddy, he made news videos on that game. I made funny videos on that game, so. That grew my channel to, I would say, I think 250 subs. I think, but at 150 subs, I did my first ever face reveal. That was a game changer because it was still a big thing at the time. Face reveals on YouTube was very, more milestoned, you know, area. And I'd have to say people knew who I was more, and people wanted to see more IRL videos. And I was not really into that at all. But let's just say, I think almost a year after that, doing more face cam videos, I kind of got warmed up to it. That's how I got into just playing random games, like computer games, PC games. And in my life, I was in college at the point, so it was kind of hard to maintain making a face cam video because my computer was shit, let's say. And it was really hard to make a face cam video that everyone always wanted to see. And it got more views. And it came to a point where COD started coming back out with Ghost, Advanced Warfare, and that's kind of how it all led to me moving to the TK house. When GTA came out, I already explained how big it was, but this is around the time when I started playing with Ham more. If you guys don't know who Ham is my name, I started playing with him more because him and I used to play with other groups of people on YouTube with like, we all made COD videos. As those people were establishing their own groups, me and Ham, we kind of had our own group as well. We started playing with other people, just as a whole, and that became our solid core group. It was me, Ham, X2XP, he doesn't do YouTube anymore, Stabbies, I'm pretty sure he streams a lot now. I met Merc Music back then, or even before that. Let's just say I met a bunch of people during the GTA 5 days, because like I said, we established that ground of making those type of videos. And then it came to a point where I met KOTROL. I followed him because GTA was big around the time Ghost came out. And when Ghost came out, I saw KOTROL do a lot of videos on Ghost, him trolling and whatnot. And I'm like, hey, would it really hurt my channel if I went back to COD? Because yes, I was uploading a lot of GTA 5, but as soon as the game started to slow down, you move back to what you currently came from, which was COD. So that's what I did. I went back to Ghost and started making Mess with Randoms videos. If you guys don't know, that's my series that I've started ever since I started my channel, since MW3. And I started doing videos like that, and I was like, hey, Kaz, I followed him, and I'm like, how come we've never done a video before? And he's like, hey, we should play sometimes. And it was on GTA 5. I was expecting Ghost because that's what he did. But we played GTA 5, became good friends, and I mean, that kind of explains that whole relationship there. Me and Ham, we still continued making COD videos. COD didn't do as well as GTA because I was really big in GTA at the time. GTA started dying. GTA 5 started dying out. Obviously, we needed to hop on a new COD. Ghost was also a COD that everyone hated. So me and my friends were like, hey, might as well just wait until one of the new games come out to start making videos on a daily basis like we used to. And that game was Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare was pretty game-changing because at the end of GTA 5, I met Joey. As soon as Advanced Warfare came out, I started playing with Joey a lot more. Ka started playing with us. Ham started playing with us a lot more. And then we met Sharp around that time. And that's kind of how the whole Goon Squad came to be. The Goon Squad was pretty much myself, Joey, Kazdef, Lost in Place, Ham, way too many llamas, can't forget llamas, but Sharp kind of came in, and he was more of that guy. If we didn't have an extra player, Sharp would come in and play with us in Advanced Warfare. So we made some pretty funny videos in that game, and from that point on, the Goon Squad was like a thing. We couldn't just upload COD, you see, so we kind of branched off into other stuff. GTA 5 again, the game was dying off. So we had a really cool idea to why not like try Omegle. We did Omegle, and it was kind of weird because I've never done an Omegle video before, and at the time I was still kind of worried about showing my face, and oh my god, I have a face and stuff. But I did, I hopped on Omegle, and the way we did Omegle, I think no one's actually done it before. We were the first people to do this on Omegle. We were all in one call together on this software, this application, and we were able to share a screen as well as hear each other in our headsets. The person on Omegle watching us couldn't see or hear the other people in that call. So we would literally do like a prank-styled Omegle video where someone would tell us what to say and we blurt it out to the person on the other end. You guys want to see more? Group Omegle? Hey. We all live in the house now together, so there's no point. Omegle became a big thing. Advanced Warfare became a big thing. I think around that time is when I joined TK. If you guys don't know Kazdef, he owns TK, and obviously since we were all playing with him, he hit us up one day. He was just like, hey, it'd be kind of cool if you guys were a part of my org, I've heard of TK a long time ago, and let's just say when it first became a thing, when it first got announced, I was not a big fan of TK. Let's just say I had a small little bit of love phase in my heart. I was a COD troller, a YouTuber trolling channel, and I made funny videos, so at the same time, I didn't like, Optic, FaZe, any esports at all. I was a funny moments YouTuber. But then it came to a point where I was showing my face more. I was doing those type of videos, and I was just like, hey, there's no point in not liking these type of videos. I mean, we all do the same type of content, So it was just like, TK, it's some sort of different variation of Optic and FaZe back then. So I was just like, hey, that'd be kind of amazing to join an org like that. I didn't call it an org, it was just a team, but it's come to a point now where it's much bigger than it was back then. I was doing my series, Messing with Randoms. I was still hopping on Black Ops 2, even though Advanced Warfare, Ghost, and GTA were still a thing. I try to keep a variation on my channel of different videos, but then again, it still confused viewers, especially when I added in the face cam videos and stuff. And when I mean face cam videos, I mean face cam videos with the game behind it. I didn't necessarily just do strictly face cam videos until later on. I don't think Team Kaliber changed my content at all. Like, I was still me, I was still doing the same kind of videos. It was only until I moved into the house is where my content kind of got a little bit better. I say a little bit, it got amazing. It was amazing to make those type of videos because at the time I was doing more strictly face cam based videos when I joined TK and moved to the house. When I joined TK initially, I was still doing the same thing that I always have done, but it still seemed like joining TK wasn't as big of a deal as the Goon Squad was, because the Goon Squad was, it's so weird because everyone in the Goon Squad was in TK. if that makes sense. Fans would see us all playing together and call us the Goon Squad. I don't think there was a point where fans would all see us playing together and call us, oh, that's Team Kaliber, you know, they're all playing together. It's kind of like when Sharp and Kaz made their videos, that was Team Kaliber. But us as a whole group, a group of like 6, 7, that was more Goon Squad based videos. So no, nothing really changed when I joined TK initially. So when moving into the house, how that all kind of got brought up, I've been playing with these guys for so long, the Goon Squad, aka the TK members. Lost in Place, Ham, Joey, and myself. We were all living at home. Kaz and Sharp, they lived with each other because they had a team house. We all just, you know, we were all like, hey, it'd be kind of cool if we just visit sometime. You know, the TK house is amazing. Around that time, they were just moving to New York. So I was just finishing college, well, career college, because I went to a career college and I was studying radiology and x-ray technician. X-ray tech, my bad, it's been ages. I had one more test to take. I needed one more exam to take, and I was like, hey, I'm getting this all done. I can just do this and I'll be all set for my future life. My parents always told me to have a second plan, you know, a backup plan. So school was obviously the first thing, and it always made it hard for me to upload videos. So when it came time for us to visit the TK house, I went and visited with Lost in Place. We went for 2 days to the TK house. The best 2 days in the world, just meeting my friends for the first time, the ones I've played with for 2 years, 3 years straight. I've known Joey for the longest, I think. Actually, I've known Ham for the longest amount of time. And me and Lost, we visited Sharp, Kaz, Joey, and the whole pro team. Neslo and Theory. They were there. And just the environment, just seeing our friends in person, making videos. Kaz was vlogging. We did push-up challenges there. And it was pretty cool. It was just a different environment. I've never experienced that before. So Kaz hit me up, I think the day before I left, he was saying, hey, it'd be pretty cool to have another creator in the house. Joey makes content. Funny, right? Sharp, he's a pro player, but eventually he's getting into YouTube. He's always done YouTube, but it'd be great to have another content creator in the house. So after I got back home from the TK house, it was a really hard decision. As soon as I landed, I remember this car ride home. I told my parents because they picked me up. They were like, oh, how'd you like it? How was the house? We seen the videos, the house is amazing, stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, it was. Great time. My parents obviously knew that I did YouTube. They were really supportive of everything I've done. I was about to finish my career college course. I was about to take that one last test that I mentioned. I had one test to take. And I was also interning at a chiropractor's office. So, with all that, it gave me some time to think about what I wanted to do before the test. So I was still going back and forth from home. My hours at that chiropractor place was pretty shit. Like, I would literally drive back and forth home during the afternoons and be really tired on the road. Let's just say I've almost died a few times driving back and forth from either school, college, or the chiropractor's place where I used to intern. And my intern was a full 30 days every day, well, except for Sundays. And the hours were shit. So that being said, doing YouTube and doing all that stuff, and then being said, oh, you can get the job now. You can actually start getting paid. And I'm just like, I've done all this work for free for 30 days, and I've learned so much, but do I actually want to keep doing it? You know what I mean? Because I felt like I did more work than I would have been in that internship than I would have been doing when I actually got the job. I got hired to the place. I got hired at this chiropractor, right? And I literally spent 3 hours there, and I was like, no thanks. I'm gonna have to change my mind on this. I can't have this job. Because for that whole entire 30 days process of this internship, I thought to myself, like, I can be making videos, doing what I like doing, making a living, money, you know, obviously. That's my job now. Or I can be going back and forth from home, going to this chiropractor place because of their shitty hours, almost dying on the road every single time I drive. And I'm just like, almost dying is not worth it. You know, so I obviously chose to move to the TK house. My parents were kind of iffy at first, but they've seen the videos of me visiting and they're like, oh my God, you should really try it out. If you don't like it, they gave me 5 months. I'm like, 5 months is a good idea. After 5 months, you see how it works. You gotta take chances, and that's what I believe as well. You've gotta at least try it out to see if you like it and see if it works out. Obviously, I didn't want this to fail, and YouTube was actually doing pretty well at the time, so I'm like, hey, I might as well move into the TK house. And that's what I did. After I moved into the TK house, it wasn't really that hard to adjust because I did visit, like I said. I visited for 2 days. I know it's not like a long time, but I've known these guys for so long. I've known Joey, Kaz, Sharp, etc. for just almost like 3 years in total. So it was kind of like how I would describe it to everyone who's asked me, how's the TK house? How is this? How is that here? Because everyone's hyped at the time that I was moving into the house. And the only thing I can say to them was it's kind of like college away from home. I've never actually went to a college away from home. Like I mentioned, I went to a college. I had to drive back and forth, risking my life every day, hours drive, compared to living there and doing studies. It just so happens our studies were making YouTube videos every day. And the lifestyle didn't really change. Like, I didn't try to be a badass or anything. I didn't really try to impress anyone because I was just the goofy me. I was just like, they already know me so well, I can just be myself. And that actually made me warm up a little more to these IRL videos, especially when Kaz was vlogging. And I got myself a camera as well, a vlogging camera, and I started doing more IRL sit-down face cam videos, minus the gameplay. I would have to say I've sacrificed quite a lot. That one test that I did mention before, that one test I needed to take, I didn't take that test. I put it off because they even told me that I can come back and do that test again, but it's come to a point where YouTube was doing so well, the test is past due pretty much, meaning that I have to go back and do my courses again to do that test. But I still learned a lot, and I still remember a lot from back then, from my radiology days and whatnot. I've sacrificed my time into taking that one last test that I needed, just one test to get licensed and registered. I've also sacrificed other stuff when I first started YouTube. Like I mentioned, I did make videos with my friends. When I did make videos with my friends, I had other friends obviously who wanted to hang out. And after my friend Paul got in trouble for, our excessive cursing, he stopped doing YouTube. So after that point, he wanted to hang out more. I was just like, I gotta upload, It's kind of weird because I think about it now, I could have been hanging out, maybe doing normal kid stuff, which I don't know if that's even normal nowadays because I feel like gaming, video games, that's a normal thing. But yes, I kind of missed out on all sorts of parties and let's say maybe life experiences that I just haven't gotten to yet. But in my mindset, I didn't really think there was such a big rush to do anything. So I was casually doing my YouTube stuff. I was like, hey, I'm sorry, I can't go and do this today. I gotta make this video. It sounds kind of sad, but like, fuck, it paid off. Sorry to all those people, even females that I turned down. I'm kidding, I didn't turn down any females. My God, imagine that. Guys, I also wanted to mention that, like, if you're doing YouTube or you wanted to get into YouTube or maybe even streaming or anything that's maybe a hobby to you, skateboarding, BMX, a hobby of yours, a talent that you're really good at least finish school first. I went to college for 2 years. I was like, I don't want to anymore because of the whole YouTube stuff. You should never say that. You should obviously have a better idea to do so. I went to a career college and I still learned a lot and I can still go back and finish it. It's never too late. So remember, you need to pick either to go all the way and finish it through or go all the way until you think it's time to jump and take a chance, which is what I did, which is not really bad because, like I said, you can always go back and do it. Life is like a roller coaster, just like YouTube. Incredibles 2, I'm really looking forward to that movie. Always go back and look at yourself as you first started and then revise yourself later on and try to do better than your old self. And one last thing, Lion King, The live action Lion King will be fucking dope.